Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here with a final hot take of the evening. Sorry for the late hour. Lots of stuff going on today from my perspective. So I just wanted to tune in to Joe Biden's YouTube channel. It has about 181,000 views, which is more than me, sadly. But it doesn't seem like a lot of subscribers for a presidential candidate. 181,000. That seems, I don't know, it seems pretty low in a country of 330 million people. Don't you think that's kind of low? Shouldn't his subscribers be in the millions? Shouldn't his views be in the millions? A million at least? A couple 100,000 at least? I mean, 181,000 seems pretty anemic to me. Now, Trump, of course, has more subscribers, but he's been in office for 4 years, and he's more tuned into the YouTube phenomenon. But let's look at some of the stuff on his site. This is Joe Biden's visit to Kenosha. And you could hear, I can't play the music, right? Okay, so this is Grace Lutheran Church in Kenosha, the place Biden visited second. Now, can I play it? Is there music underneath the whole thing?
Help us heal.
The reason Kenosha.
Yeah, the music's under the whole deal. So it's Biden and people asking questions, and looks like he's in a church with a variety of people, social distance and masked up. I believe this is the woman who went off script, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I want their future to be better.
No, it sounds like it's a voiceover, so I guess they didn't let her. I guess they didn't put her actual question in the thing. And Biden's just sitting there. Just sitting there. And it's the recording of the people talking.
So many social and economic problems.
Yeah, like why isn't it Biden talking? It's all these people.
Truth and speaking and honesty.
It's just everybody else talking and not Biden. Oh, here he is. Okay, finally he's saying something.
Understand what it's like to walk out the door. We send my son out the door.
Yeah, see, Biden doesn't even sound well. Sounds like an old man. Oh, you see, let me say something. Like, get him some water or something. Like, it's not a good look, in my view. It's not a good look.
Had an opportunity.
I can't play it. The stupid music's underneath it, and I'll probably get flagged by YouTube. But, there he is, Joe Biden, wearing a suit, looking a million years old. He was wearing that cool black mask. I thought that was a better mask. Now he's wearing this mask. And I guess he's praying. He's trying to get in on the religious end. But, there's a lot of people on his side of the aisle. They just don't like religion anymore. They're pretty hostile towards religion. So, I'm not sure how this helps him. Yeah, see, you got 181K subscribers. It seems incredibly low for a YouTube channel for a presidential guy. Let's see what the White House looks like. The White House has 1.71 million subscribers, which even that seems a little low to me because it should be. You think there'd be like 20 million subscribers. I guess there's just not that many people on YouTube, but that's pretty good. That's at least, a million and over 1.5 million. His videos, get tens of thousands of views. Here's one. Salute to America, 82,000K. 34K, 130K, at West Point, 52K. That's pretty good. But Biden's, 2K, 1.4K, 2.5K, 9K. The visit to Kenosha got 9K. Oh, here's a big one. Joe Biden's response responds to President Trump downplaying the beer virus. So that got 37K. I guess that's why the Democrats are going hard in the paint for that. And Joe Biden speaks on his plans, on his Made in America plan in Michigan. That got 80K. Oh, wait, here's one. 500,000 K. Fresh start. Joe Biden for president. 2020. Well, that's interesting. 500,000. That's pretty good. How long is this? This is a minute. Let's see if we can watch this.
This is our chance
It's got music under it. See, YouTube's gonna flag me.
to end the anger, the insults, on what's best for us.
Yeah, I can't play it, but you could see it's the usual stuff. A lot of Trump. There's Biden laughing. He's laughing with some guy. I don't know. I see people who are in the bubble and they are going to vote for Biden, but I don't think they are excited that Biden's going to be president. They just desperately want Trump gone. And then you got people I know, many more people who are Trump supporters, who are like, oh man, I hope Trump gets in. I just can't imagine a world where Biden's president right now. And, I say to them, I think Trump is going to landslide. Simply because everything's breaking his way. Every single thing. The only thing that hasn't broke his way is the media. And they can't stop covering him. So in a way, the media will sort of break for Trump in that they won't stop covering him. They can't. They need that. They need that bump. They need those ratings. Biden's just boring. He couldn't be more boring. He's like paper on paste boring. This is the most animated I've seen him right there, laughing. But for the most part, he looks tired, exhausted, old. I don't see how this guy could even finish a debate with Trump, much less win one. And Trump is beginning to win, even in the polls, which I think are completely slanted against him. I think he's already winning in the polls. The pollsters just won't say it. And by the time the debates are over, he'll be winning by even more. I don't know what October surprise the Democrats have in mind, or the various forces that hate Trump. But, the guy is just winning and winning. I mean, when he said you're going to get tired of winning, I just thought, man, that's a boast. But really, I mean, it's really amazing the amount of wins he's racked up, and the response of the media. They have decided, I think, to essentially sign a political suicide pact. Either Biden wins or we all go down. We're all going down, and we're going to fight tooth and nail. I think that will be, if they decide to do that, if they go through with that threat, I think that will be the end of the Democratic Party. I honestly do. I don't think there'll be any Democratic Party left. People like Tulsi Gabbard would be there to pick up the pieces, but if they're actually just going to actively resist, I mean, there's this simulation that they did where John Podesta played Biden, and under no circumstances during the simulation did Trump win in a landslide. Like, everything was geared towards, well, there's Biden winning and then there's Trump cheating. Those were the only two real scenarios, right? And basically, if Biden wins, then life goes back to normal. And if Trump wins, here's how we fight. It's ridiculous. I mean, do you think really California, Washington, and Oregon can survive even if they were allowed to secede from the Union? They won't be, by the way. Even if you could untangle the legal stuff from those states would end up owing the federal government so much money they could never leave. They would be debtor countries to us forever. They would literally become third world nations. They wouldn't be able to pay their bills, and we would essentially own them already. And everybody's fleeing those states. They've left them. They're leaving in droves. Who are these people going to vote for? If you were forced to leave your house in San Francisco, your beautiful, beautiful house in an area of the country, and I've been to San Francisco and I loved it. I was in there in the 90s and visited, and I thought, wow, I would love to live here. It's so nice. The weather's so beautiful. They got cool stuff. This was back in the 90s before Starbucks was everywhere. And they had coffee houses. I was like, oh, coffee house. I love this. I love sitting in the coffee house, drinking iced tea. Like, why can't we do this everywhere? Now, of course, we can, but back then it was cooler. And, these were small coffee houses. It wasn't Starbucks. And, everything about San Francisco was cool back then and laid back. But I couldn't afford to live there. And now no one can. And even the people who can afford there, they're not living there. They left. They're leaving. Real estate market's collapsing. Same thing with New York. Same thing with Minneapolis. Same thing with a lot of these cities. People are fleeing them. Now, they fled them. Past tense. Tens of thousands of people. That's tens of thousands of voters that fled. These people, are they going to vote? And if so, where are they to vote? Where did they move to? And if you've been forced to move out of your place because Bill de Blasio ruined the city and still continues to ruin the city, are you going to try to reward him by voting for the guy in his party? The guy who wants to do what de Blasio did to the rest of the country? Essentially? No, I don't think you do. Same thing in LA. I don't think you want the rest of the country to turn into New York City and LA and California in general. I think you're going to either be, trying to pull your life together in a new place that you just moved to, and you won't vote at all, assuming you get all your paperwork in time, because, you can't just move and then vote the next day. There's a process you got to follow. Or are you going to say, F it, I'm going to vote for Trump. I can't let this old guy, the old guy's probably going to die in office. He can't be president. There's no way this guy wins. And I think it's going to be the GOP in a landslide, Trump in a landslide. I think this may be the end of the Democratic Party. They will fall to pieces. There'll be nothing left of them. Their elders will either retire or just go into private life, and there'll be no reason to stay in, and they'll just abandon the party because they're already rich. The people who made their money, they're already rich. There'll be no reason to stay in. Why should Nancy Pelosi stay in? Why not just leave with her money? If she's in the minority, if she's not Speaker of the House, she might as well just retire. There'd be no reason to stay in. So, I think this is the end, Democrats. Goodbye.